This video I'm gonna work on some of my tropical trees, some ficuses, and this kapok tree. I think these four. The root over rock one over here I did a couple of weeks ago. The leader has unfortunately died, but I remember the branch snapping, so I'm not surprised it died. I'll just make this one the new leader, I think, of this semi-cascade root over rock. And the kapok tree, I want to try to make a broom style, so I'll have to bend these branches down, because they would be the oldest ones on the tree and therefore be the most horizontal. And then work my way up. Broom style is supposedly one of the hardest to do, so I need to try to get better at that. And the Ficus Savannah tree that I also did a video on, also a little short video here one of the other days, because it was blown over in the wind. It was blown, half the roots was blown out of the pot. So, but I managed to fix that. I just want to prune it back a bit to do some ramification on the tree. And then the tiny ficus made from a cutting way back, both are made from cuttings, but actually all the three trees are made from cuttings. Needs a bit of a prune, and I think that's it. First one is going to be this kapok tree, which is a tropical tree. I think the species stems from Africa somewhere. Definitely, I'll try to post that in a video. But these, as I said in the beginning, I want to take these two branches a bit down, and then maybe prune them back, because a couple of weeks ago I pruned these off to try to create ramification on the branches. And there might be a little too many branches up here, so maybe I'll take some of them off. But firstly, I'll wire this one. I'm gonna remove this one because I feel like these two are too close, and I want branches spread across this trunk, and this one is lower, so I want to keep that. I want to take this one off, although that does not spread the trunk out too good. And whenever I wire a tree, I try to use the two branch principle, which means you have one piece of wire and you wire two branches. This makes the hold on the wire a lot better. You can see this wire is not wired too good, because it's used wire. I've used it a lot of times, but I don't mind. I'm gonna have to remove this wire pretty quickly because I don't want any wire marks. I need to get better at taking it off in time before it makes any marks. So yes, I just want to bend them a bit down. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I take off all the tips just to create ramification. Next tree is this root over rock ficus, as I wired very intensively and did a lot of work on it doing the repotting. I have my sphagnum moss in here and the rock inside, and hopefully the roots will gather energy down from the soil down here, and then it'll survive. I think it'll survive. I'm pretty certain of it now. But this branch died, the leader. So I want to bend this one up and then make that the new leader, because this one's dead. I think, yeah, it's all dead, so I need to bend this one off, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. I think I'm also gonna cut off all the tips of the branches to create ramification and back budding. So very quick work, and it'll be part of this 4 tree video here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then now you have to imagine this one not being here, because it's dead. And this one will become the new leader. Bend it in a bit. And we'll see what happens. This one also needs to be cut back. And I just take off the tips because I want to promote back budding. Next little tree is my little ficus cutting, which I made 2 years ago from my cutting. I pruned back last time I worked on it. I pruned this branch back a lot. So the new growth is sprouting out as we speak. I think my new growth light is working. But I'll just prune off the growth that goes up, all the branches that goes up, to both ramificate the branch and also tidy up, make it smaller, and try to start developing the ramification, and then of course also the pad, which I want here and here and here. Very quickly, that's what I wanted to do this tree, just prune it back. And this is the specimen where I am experimenting, leaving the wire on to see if that does anything, if the tree will ever eat into the wire. It's been on for 2 years now, and this is how far I've got, but looks like it's soon becoming flat here, so you can't feel the actual wire. It's going to become part of the trunk, and then maybe look cool or not. We'll see what happens. It's just an experiment. I always try to experiment with the trees. This branch is probably a bit too long, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Hope I get some cool back budding before I want to make a decision there. That's it. Last one is the Savannah ficus, which was tipped over like this, that way, and that's why the stones are here, because I can't wire the root ball back when it's already filled with soil, so that's why I have these stones to support the weight. So I'll probably have to be gentle, but I can still prune it. What I want to try to achieve now is I want to create more visibility of the trunk, which is the most important thing here in bonsai. Right now I'm actually just taking off the tips. I guess in the storm it also leaned even more backwards in the pot. Next time I repot it, I'll have to fix that and make sure it doesn't tip over in winds ever again, because it's kind of annoying that it's tipped over like this. It's too much. You actually want the tree leaning towards the viewer. Well, it is from the back side now, but that's not the point. These two branches are actually coming out of the same spot, so I'm going to remove the lower one here. Or, yes, I'm going to remove the lower one. That's it for now. Don't want to do anything else to this one. Sorry that you can see my feet when I'm sitting on the floor here. There's not too much room onto the ceiling here in my little attic. There's actually one left over here I want to cut off like this. Now I've pruned off all the tips, which means there's probably going to be a lot of back budding, which is nice. That was not a good cut. I also have this ficus, or rubber tree it's also called, but it is a species of ficus, but as you can see the leaves are too big to be classified as a bonsai. I just have it for fun, and I thought why not. It's sort of turned into a root over rock. I thought it had some cool roots and my friend was gonna throw it out, so I just asked if I could have it. And it's just fun. It's good for training my abilities in bonsai, but it's never really gonna be a bonsai when you have leaves this big, in my opinion. But it's fun, it's good. But then I want to remove the wire here because I don't want marks. Yes, just a project for fun. It's not that meaningful.